guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you an easy, simple brown stew chicken wings recipe. This was requested of me quite a few times over on my Instagram at Terri-Ann'S kitchen, and I thought, okay, today is the day that I fulfilled that request. Okay, so let's jump right into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a bit of an ingredient breakdown so you know what we're working with. So over here we've got 1 kilogram of chicken wings that has been chopped in half, and I removed some of the wing tips and I cleaned it with some lemon and vinegar. I've got 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. You can use white sugar if that's what you got. I've got 1 small carrot, half of a medium onion, about an inch of ginger, 2 garlic cloves. I've got 2 small sweet peppers, seasoning peppers from St. Lucia. This is optional if you don't have it, but I really like the way it just gives flavor to my chicken. I've got 1 celery stalk that I chopped. I've got 2 spring onions that I chopped. I've got a few plum tomatoes that I chopped. I've got a quarter of a red and yellow bell pepper, about a handful of parsley. We got some fresh thyme over here, and this is the ingredients that I'm going to be using. Also, not forgetting my dry ingredients. I've got some table salt. I've also got some complete seasoning, and last but not least, I've got some adobo. So let's do this. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is to season our chicken wings, okay? And as I mentioned earlier, this is 1 kilogram of chicken wings. So now I'm going in with about a half a teaspoon of some salt, and I'm gonna follow that up with some adobo, about a quarter teaspoon of adobo in there. Okay, followed by my complete seasoning. I'm gonna put about half teaspoon of my complete seasoning in there. About 1 teaspoon of complete seasoning. And then I'm gonna follow up by adding all of my chopped ingredients, like my carrots, my ginger, all of those good stuff. I'm gonna be adding everything into the bowl. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic. Okay, then we're gonna follow up with our thyme. All right, our parsley. We're gonna put some of our spring onions in there as well, and we're also gonna put in our seasoning pepper in there as well. Now we're gonna go in with our plum tomatoes. Just make sure you get all of those ingredients in there, and we're gonna leave the bell peppers and just a few our carrots as well. We're gonna leave that behind for later on. All right, so okay, there you have it. And there you have it, guys, our nice bowl of seasoned chicken. What we're gonna do now with our bowl of seasoned chicken is to just mix everything together. Okay, and I'm gonna be using my bare hands, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just mix everything so well. All right, and don't mind that the thyme is whole. You can always just break it up so that it can be a bit more manageable in there as well. All right, so man, this is gonna be a really good recipe for you to try at home. All right, so just mix everything together. Okay, it's looking amazing so far, guys. All right, make sure everything is combined in there. Okay, so now that everything is nicely seasoned, what we're gonna go ahead and do now is to allow it to marinate for 1 hour. And you can leave it in the fridge, or you can put it in a cool place. It's entirely up to you, but sometimes I like to put mine probably by a window because I live in England and it's pretty cold at the moment, so my kitchen is technically a fridge when I'm not cooking. So we're gonna let that set to one side for about half an hour to 1 hour. If you're in a rush, give it 15 minutes also. It makes a really big difference when you marinate your chicken. All right, so we're gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna show you a bit later on when we're about to make our browning. All right, okay, so So now that our chicken has marinated for 1 hour, what we're gonna go ahead and do now is to create our browning for our chicken. Okay, and this is our chicken. It was set to one side. And to make our browning, you're gonna need about a tablespoon of oil to your clean pot. Okay, and after you've added in your tablespoon of oil, you're gonna go ahead and add in your sugar. All right, now this is gonna start caramelizing, but before it starts to caramelize, it's gonna get a bit frothy. It's gonna get a bit liquidy first, and then it's gonna get a bit frothy, and it's gonna get a bit golden brown, and then dark brown. When it gets dark brown, this is when we put our chicken in. Okay, so you guys just basically just watch how it comes along nicely. And you can feel free to go in with your spoon, a dry spoon, you know, just to give it a little bit of a mix around, just as your sugar starts to melt and caramelize. All right. And my heat is also on medium because you don't want this to brown too quickly. As you can see around the edges over here, it's starting to get a nice liquidy brownish color. All right. So we're gonna wait for it to melt fully, and then it's gonna start getting a bit frothy. And there you have it, guys. As you can see the difference, it's starting to get nice and liquidy. It's gonna start getting frothy, so it's gonna get a nice golden brown color. Now I remember somebody asking me a couple weeks ago, is brown stew chicken supposed to taste sweet? No, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be savory. So if it tastes sweet, it means you put the chicken in too soon. All right, we want this to get to a nice dark brown color, and I love the way it's coming along so very well. All right, so give it a little stir while it starts to get to a nice dark brown color. All right, and we're nearly there. It's literally all about timing. All right, as it gets a bit more brown, kind of like a dark brown color, then you can go ahead and start adding in your chicken. All right, there we go. Okay, and you can go ahead and give it a stir so you can coat all of your chicken into that nice browning that we made. All right, and don't add in any liquid. After we've mixed it up very well, we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on so it can start to spring up its own juices. Okay, see that nice brown color over here? So just mix it up for like a minute or two. And then after you've done that, just go ahead and put the lid on. So to the bowl I seasoned my chicken in. I'm going in with about 2 to 3 cups of water. And this is what I'm going to be putting into my pot after my chicken has dried up. Okay, so I'm going to show you how my chicken has springed up its own juices. And then as soon as that is dried up, we're going to go ahead and add in this liquid. So don't wash your bowl as yet. Add some water to it. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna mix up our chicken, and as I mentioned earlier, see how it sprung up its own juices. There you go. I didn't add in any liquid to it. This is its own juices. So we're just mixing it up just a bit more, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the lid back on. All right, so we're gonna let it go for another 2 to 3 minutes. Just to give you a little bit of an update. This is how our wings are looking. I didn't add in any liquid to that. Alright, so this is all of the chicken's juices. I'm gonna allow that to dry up a bit, just so that the stew flavor can really come through into those wings. Okay, so my heat is up on a little bit high because I really want that liquid to dry up so I can go in with my own liquid. And you can always just turn the wing over if you want everything to just coat nicely into that browning sauce. Okay, so we're gonna put the lid back on for another minute or two, and then this should dry up really well. Okay, how delicious this is looking. Our liquid has dried up now. Okay, and as you can see, it's just a bit of oil to the bottom. So our liquid is dried up. So what I'm gonna do now is to add in our water that I added to my bowl. I seasoned that chicken wings in. Alright, so let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my water. And there you have it, guys. Our chicken is looking absolutely delicious. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some ketchup. This is optional, but I like to add in a bit of ketchup to my chicken. Okay, about a tablespoon of ketchup. And I'm also gonna take this opportunity to add in my bell peppers that I chopped earlier on. Okay, so far our chicken has been cooking for about 25 minutes in total from when I first put it into the pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it an additional 20 to 25 minutes and it will be ready. Because this is chicken wings, it cooks very quickly, so the total cook time can be anywhere from 45 to 50 minutes. Just keep your eyes on this so that it doesn't burn. My heat is on high because I want this water to dry out in order to cook the chicken as well. And as soon as it is cooked, I will come back and show you guys the finished product. Okay, so all you want to do now is just to put the lid on and let our chicken cook. All right. And it smells amazing, by the way. And there you have it, guys, our delicious pot of brown stew chicken wings. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. If you try out this recipe at any time, don't forget to tag me on Instagram and I will repost you on my stories, okay? My Instagram is Terri-Ann'S Kitchen. Thank you so much for having me today in my kitchen, and I will definitely see you again in my next one. Bye bye!